All right, all. This is a short video to explain to you guys your second assignment. So your second essay basically builds off of the first essay. So you have a topic that's already been approved and you've already written about, but it had no research. So this one is going to be incorporating research into your topic. So really it's expanding on the ideas that you had with more specificity and more credible support. Now, it's important that you go back and look at the first essay, look at the comments that I gave you. Make sure you don't just copy and paste the first 4 pages that you already did. Incorporate some changes, make them better. Don't repeat the same mistakes because you don't want to lose points for the same thing when you have a chance to kind of fix some of those mistakes. So do go back and expand, add analysis, add details, whatever it might be to make sure that this new essay really takes the topic that you already had and makes it something new. So you are going to be doing some research in this one, and you'll have an annotated bib that you're going to turn in, and you'll have to incorporate some of those sources into your essay. So your annotated bib will actually be 6 to 8 sources. You are going to incorporate at least 4 into your essay, one of which must be your interview. So that's a different topic, but you will have to do an interview as part of that. So make sure you have at least your interview plus 3 other sources in your essay. So this essay is due on October 29th at midnight, and it's 5 to 6 pages in length. That means 5 pages down to the bottom at least. As usual, MLA format. Make sure everything is clean and not plagiarized. Especially since this is a research essay, you make sure that you have correct citations for everything, and a bibliography. You have to have a bibliography. That's different than the annotated bib that you turn in. At the end of your essay, you'll need to include a regular bibliography, which is just the list of sources in the usual MLA format with alphabetical, names and things like that. So general requirements. Make sure you keep the same topic as essay 1. All the usual parts of an essay, intro, body, conclusion. Make sure you have a good, strong thesis. I mean, you've already done all the work, so this should be pretty easy to add some good research in. Make sure your reasons are supported with the evidence. That means pulling quotes directly from your evidence and putting them in as support, and then explaining how that research is supporting what you're saying. That's where the analysis comes in. And then make sure you do the opposing views with refutations. As always, you can use sources to show the other side as well. You can say, this study says X, Y, and Z. However, I believe da-da-da-da, and here's my evidence to support it. And then appropriate use and number of the number of sources that are required. So when you do your final submission, you will already have done an annotated bib. You do not need to turn this in again. You just need to make sure that you have done it originally. That will be part of your grade. The peer review, again, there's nothing to turn in here. You already have done it. You just need to make sure that you already did it. And then you'll turn in your final essay. Make sure, I'm going to write it right here actually, make sure it has a bibliography. Make sure it has a bibliography. All right. This is not the annotated bib. This is a regular bibliography, so make sure you have that. I've given you guys some information here to help you out. So your annotated bib is an assignment that you're going to be doing, and I've walked you through it separately, but if you need information about, again, what an annotated bib is, remember it has 3 parts, citation, summary, and reflection. If you need help or any type of guidance on interviewing, if you're going to interview an expert in your field, if you're going to interview someone who's been through the situation or whatever it might be, a good way to do this is with these note cards. It's just a helpful hint. And I've given you a guide for the interview here as well. Make sure you look for people who are connected with your topic with some credibility. Don't just choose your neighbor just because they happen to own a dog if you're going to talk about animal rights or something like that. Choose somebody who works at a shelter or somebody with some credibility or some experience in what you're talking about. Make sure that you are prepared, have at least 5 questions. Make sure you record it if you can, etc., etc. You guys can figure the rest out. But this should be really quite simple. You already know this topic. You already have your argument. So really it's just about expanding with specificity and solid evidence and good analysis. So if you have any questions about this, let me know. But otherwise, I think it should be pretty straightforward for you guys.